guys, you're watching Motor69 with me Manchana. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the bike Hero Glamour Xtech. So we have with us Hero Glamour as well as Hero Glamour Xtech. So we have both the variants, so we'll be in detail reviewing both of this bike, and I will be also stating you the differences what the company has made between these two bikes. Before that, if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please do consider subscribing our channel and press the bell button icon so that you don't miss any of the updates. And with this, let us begin the video. Moving on to the design and features category. So design of the bike is slightly given a sportish look with a front simple visor along with the Hero logo there, and below that there are DRLs, and the headlamp unit is completely LED this time, unlike the previous one which had a halogen setup, and the DRLs look so bright in the night. And you have got a simple mudguard which is made of fiber, but the quality of the mudguard is equally good. And you can also observe the indicators. They are sharp enough and they are not rounded one, but they are not a flexible one either. So next, moving on to the shrouds, they have given a Glamour and there is an Xtech stickering over there, and here you observe there is only a Glamour badging over there, and there is no such stickering which is observed on the Xtech. If I move away from this bike, you can see there is white lines or strips that is passing over from the tank onto the body, which was not seen on the normal Glamour one. And there is also an racing flag stickering that is also been provided on this bike. And there you can see there is having a silver accent part with a vent there for the air to flow in, which is also a part of the aerodynamic design. And when we move on to the third difference that we can spot right away is this engine casing, which is blackened out here, whereas there in the Glamour they have given aluminum type coating on the engine casing. So these are some of the differences that I spot very quickly as I was reviewing. Next, moving on to the muffler. So the muffler design is simple and long, and they are also given a blackened out shield to prevent the pillion rider from touching on the mudguard directly. And you can see there is the same muffler that has been given on both the bike. Next, there is a Hero badging on the side of the panel, and when we look at the indicators from the side, you can see that the sharp indicators and all the four indicators are basically the same indicators, and with a huge design tail lamp having a H which can be seen at the night. And when we move on to this side of the bike, the same panels have been attached, and the fit and finish has been very good as I am reviewing in this bike. And next, moving on to this, you have got a footrest, a solid footrest, along with that a decently looking chain cover, and front of that is the sari guard, and the sari guard is of a okay quality, and you can also observe that there is a cost cutting in the sari guard. Moving on to the seats, the seat is a slight step up seat that has been observed, and the seat cushion is comfortable enough, slightly hard but it's comfortable enough for passengers to sit and ride on. And on the petrol tank, you can observe there is the cuttings and the shrouds. The shroud is small compared to that of the SB125, but the shroud extends till the sides of the bike, which is a very good thing to be observed. And next, moving on to the quick specs of the bike comes with 122 kg curb weight and a seat height of 793 mm and a ground clearance of 180 mm, which is a massive one. The other bike in the segment are only getting 165 mm, whereas this is getting 180 mm. And moving on to the instrument cluster, this is another difference between Glamour and the Glamour Xtech, where you are getting a completely digital unit here, whereas in the old Glamour the old instrument cluster is carried on. And here you can see there is a semi-digital display that has been observed here, and there is also a display, but that doesn't get so many features such as the Glamour Xtech one. And next, moving on to the grab handle, the grab handle is solid, and it's very safe to hold it on. And when you come to the petrol tank, it is having a capacity of 10-liter petrol tank, and when you see the switches, you have got a starter switch, and upon it you have an I3S switch, and when you look at this side, there are indicators and headlamps which is given. And one thing to notice about these switches is the quality of the switches is okay, but not that to the best level. When we move on to the engine of the bike, so this got 124.7cc air cooled engine which produces 10.72 bhp power and 10.6 newton torque. Now considering this segment, it has a decent amount of power and torque, and with this torque you can easily maneuver in the city. There is enough power, I think, for you to push the bike on, and the pickup of the bike is also equally good. And with the i3s included, I think this bike is very easy to ride in the bumper to bumper traffic, and as well as small highway readings up to 120 kilometers can be made using this bike very comfortably. And the engine is silent, smooth and vibrationless, and it's also a reliable one. Next, moving on to the brakes and suspension. Before that, let's see the section of the tire. So it comes with a front tire of 80 cross 118 inch and rear side 100 cross 80 18 inch alloy wheels. And when you move on to the brakes, you have got an IBS system with a 2 drum setup of 130 mm drum, and a drum and a disc setup with a disc of 240 mm. Now if I have to suggest you which one to go, I think you can go for disc, even if it costs 2 to 3,000 more, because disc is the safest option compared to the drum. And secondly, when we speak about the bites of the drum, the front disc brake is obviously very good. The rear is okay, because you know, when you apply the brakes, the bike stops after certain distance, so it is not safe to completely rely on rear. Along with the IBS, you can also hold the two combined, you can perform combined braking, so that the braking would be even more efficient, and you can stop as earlier as possible. And when we move on to the suspension setup, you have got a telescopic suspension in the front and hydraulic spring type suspension in the rear. Now suspension, as I mentioned earlier, the seat is slightly hard, but the suspension is so tuned that you don't feel that hardness. Overall, if you ride over a road with the potholes, I think it can absorb the potholes very well, that the impacts doesn't reach you so much, and you get a very pleasant ride. Moving on to the variants and pricing, it has got 10 different variants that have been displayed on the screen, whose price range from 96,200 to 1,08,000 on road Bangalore price. If you want price of the other states, you can just search this on the internet. It is available. And coming to the color variants, you have got 13 color variants present on this bike, and it has been also displayed on the screen. Please do comment which color you like. Overall, if I have to speak about the bike, so the bike is very good, I think, in order of commuting. So Hero has got the two customers in, and a customer who wants complete feature can go for Xtech, and a customer who doesn't want feature but a very good performing bike can go for a Glamour. And a Glamour is pretty much into the competition very earlier, but now with features it is still more a competitive one. And I think among the competition, this is also one of the very good bikes. If you want a bike for a city condition, for traveling bumper to bumper from office to home to office, I think you can easily look for this bike. And with this, I am going to end the video today. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please do consider subscribing my channel and press the bell button icon. And also please share your experience, that how good was the video or how bad was the video, that in the next coming video I can just improve and come with a new video again. So with this, I am going to end the video. Meet you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.